1, go!
Woo. So far, so good, guys. I'm gonna be pretty upset if I'm not at 90 degrees, but I feel I am. We got about 10 more seconds till we reach 1 minute. Over 1 minute now. Let's go. Burn is slowly kicking in now. All right, the burn is here. 2 minutes. Woo-wee. I'm feeling it now, guys. This is no joke. Woo! Let me see if I can last 10 more seconds. Legs are shaking like crazy. Ah! Woo!
Time!
Man, guys, all right. That was 3 minutes of the horse stance. That was no joke. But look, I don't know what to say. All right, let's go into the video. What's up, BP Squad, and welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna talk about one of the greatest exercises you can do, and that is the horse stance, or what Chinese martial arts refer to as Ma Bu. Gotta thank my 2 years of Mandarin studies for that one. The horse stance is a fundamental exercise in Chinese martial arts, from Jow Ga Kung, Tai Chi, and more. Sifu Chen even had us do the horse stance in Wing Chun class. Fun fact, my Sifu actually learned Wing Chun from Ip Man's two sons, Ip Chun and Ip Ching. And so you see the amazing lineage here. But guys, the horse stance is an essential move in Chinese martial arts and should be incorporated into your weekly trainer routine. And although it's relatively a simple move, it offers phenomenal benefits. The horse stance significantly improves leg strength, endurance, flexibility, and more. Your mental fortitude will also be greatly tested as you sit there holding that isometric position. As you guys saw in the beginning of this video, my physical attributes were tested, but most importantly, my mental strength was tested above anything else. It can be extremely challenging doing a horse stance for a long time, but that's why I love it, because it offers multiple benefits. Now, the horse stance can be done in multiple different ways. It has a lot to do with feet positioning. I've seen the feet position more inward, or what you could call neutral. As you can see, young Jackie Chan doing from the movie, The Drunken Master. This, in my opinion, was the hardest variation of the horse stance, but that's because of the flexibility aspect of your feet and legs. I just didn't feel as comfortable. And also, I just didn't feel particularly grounded to the earth. Again, it could be because of the flexibility aspect, but this variation was the least of my favorite. With the feet inward horse stance position, you'll be stressing more of your glutes than any other variation. It's all due to the feet and toes pointing inward, or you could say neutral, and taking the load off more of the adductors, your inner thigh muscles, thereby inducing more stress on the glutes to keep that 90-degree position. As you're doing this, squeeze your glutes, keep your chest big, core slightly tight, and hold. Be sure to drive your feet into the ground as much as possible. Then you have your feet pointed slightly outward, which is my personal favorite. This horse stance variation felt more natural and unforced. As you can see, even my son got into this variation more naturally. Although he could do any variation with no problem, because he's just that mobile and flexible due to his youth. But you even find sumo wrestlers holding this particular variation. Now, the horse stance with the toes pointed slightly out was the initial variation I learned from Sifu Chen in Wing Chun class. I really like this one because I feel more grounded and perceivably generate more power. With this particular horse stance variation, you'll now be working more your quads, adductors, and of course, your glutes. But if you're someone that sits a lot or just doesn't explore the range of motion for hip adduction and abduction, then this variation will greatly benefit you. And let's just say you're someone that's working towards the middle split, then do this variation. Keep your bunda at 90 degrees, knees outward, chest big, anterior pelvic tilt, and hold this position for time. Last but not least, you have the horse stance, with your toes and feet placed completely outward. This horse stance variation really emphasizes on the quads and adductor muscles that much more. You'll even feel your balance being tested slightly because your feet are positioned outward. You want to think of squeezing your adductor muscles and pushing your knees out. This will greatly strengthen your groin muscles and the connective tissues around the area. Again, with this variation, keep your chest big, stay low to the ground, drive the knees out, and squeeze. But those pretty much are the horse stance positions I have seen and practiced. Like I said, there are multiple ways of doing them, and certain Chinese Kung Fu styles do them differently. Shout out to the Pioneer for explaining this briefly in his horse stance video. Let me offer you this piece of advice. I highly recommend for you to mix up the horse stance variations. Find your weak point, right? From there, you're gonna use the one that'll benefit you the most. Now, let's talk about the steps to getting into the horse stance. Personally, I use my Wing Chun steps when getting into the horse stance. It's a multiple step process and it all depends on which variation you choose. We'll start off with my favorite. Have your feet together and hands made into a fist close to your chest. Step 1, bend the knees. Step 2, turn feet outward. Step 3, feet inward. Step 4, feet outward. Step 5, feet at neutral. Step 6, feet finally ending outward. From here, squat down to 90 and hold the position. If you want to change the variations, let's say the Jackie Chan variation, stop at step 5. The feet out variation, just turn the feet completely outward when you get to step 6 instead of the feet pointing slightly outward. Again, mix up your horse stance variations and keep in mind, you don't have to do this fancy step to get into the horse stance. You can simply just go into the horse stance from any particular position. I just like those fancy steps because it really reminds me of Wing Chun back when I was training with Sifu Chan. Now sometimes I choose to punch out of the horse stance, similar to what Netero did in Hunter x Hunter, just to work my punches to improve speed and power. What you do with your hands is totally up to you. I know earlier in the video we talked briefly about the benefits of the horse stance, but let's now discuss some of it more in detail. The horse stance will significantly improve lower body strength, endurance, flexibility, and of course, build up your mental fortitude. But what I found most beneficial when doing the horse stance consistently was significant improvement in my lower body strength and flexibility. Each of those horse stance variations will improve those attributes, but I found with the toes pointing slightly outward was the most rewarding when it comes to lower body strength and flexibility. This variation is well balanced when it comes to muscle recruitment. You'll feel it in your glutes and quads, but a bit more in quads due to feet placement. You'll be strengthening your adductors a lot as well, which I found weak in the beginning because again, I didn't work my adductors as much. So I highly recommend this variation and the toes completely out one for strengthening those adductors. Either of the three will effectively build up your lower body. After doing the horse stance challenge for 30 days straight, 5 sets, 60 seconds, which was a fitness challenge we just completed a couple of days ago, I stopped feeling so much lower body tightness. I felt more stronger, stable, more proficient in my day-to-day training and martial art training exercises. The horse stance is something you should be training weekly, if not daily, to really strengthen your physical and mental attributes. It's an essential exercise and doable for all levels of fitness. If you struggle to get to 90 degrees at first, it's okay. You may feel really tight or just not strong enough to get to that 90-degree point. It's okay, build up to it. Start off by going higher in the stance, and over the course of training, go lower and lower. Starting out, if you can't hold the horse stance 20 to 30 seconds, it's okay. You have to build up to it. I certainly didn't start off by going over 2 minutes. I had to build up to it. You saw me in the beginning of this video doing over 3 minutes. That's not long. Some martial artists do twice as long, so train hard and most importantly, stay consistent. I'm training to hold to 4 to 5 minutes. I'm gonna be incorporating weights to add that extra resistance and of course, mixing up my variations. But guys, that's my stance on doing the horse stance. If you enjoyed today's video, then you know what to do. Smash that like button. Most importantly, make sure you are properly subscribed. I see you guys next Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Peace and love as always. And now, shade. Boom. We out, baby.